welcome back to the ocean. Hey, do you remember what the names of the oceans are? There's 5 of them. Let's see if you can remember them. Ready? Now, if you've ever gone to Florida, you stuck your toe in the Atlantic Ocean. Okay, how about in California on the other side of the United States? What do you think? The Pacific, good job. And then the really cold one, Arctic, good. And then the one by Africa and India, do you remember? Let's find Africa. Over here, do you remember? By Africa? Yeah, the Indian Ocean, remember? And then the one at the southern part is called the Southern Ocean. That's our 5 oceans. Good job, guys. All right, so far we've learned about sharks, we've learned about octopus. What else? Sea stars, right? Let's see, we've learned our 5 oceans. We have a new creature today. I'm going to give you a little bit of a hint, okay? It's an animal that swims in a different way. It doesn't swim like this, like a fish or a shark, okay? And it's not a dolphin. He kind of swims like this. Does that look like anything? He swims up and down. What do you think it could be? Did you guess a seahorse? Yeah, a seahorse. And he's called a seahorse because look, his face kind of looks like a horsey face, doesn't it? And then he's long and has that curly tail. The curly tail wraps around plants and coral so he can kind of rest, right? And he has his little fin on the back of his body that flutters, and he swims kind of sideways, doesn't he? I'm going to show you our seahorse. I have a fake one and a real one. This one is the fake one, a toy one, just so I can show it to you. See, he has that horsey face, yeah, and he has some spikes here. His skin will feel bony and rough, kind of like the starfish did. It feels kind of rough. He has his little fin on the side, like I said, that helps him flutter, and he has that curly tail to help him catch some seaweed or a piece of coral or a plant so he can kind of sit still. And if there's something else called a pouch, kind of like a kangaroo pouch, that where the daddy, not the mommy, yeah, interesting about the seahorse. The daddy has a little pouch that holds the babies. So when he's ready, he'll release the babies. Yeah, so the daddy actually gives birth to the babies, which is very strange for animals or for humans too, right? So it's very unusual. All right, so that's our seahorse. That's the fake one. You ready for the real one? And I bought this little set years ago when I visited the ocean, and it has creatures in there like shells and stuff, and there's our sea star, but there is our bony seahorse. Oops, my computer's acting funny. Our seahorse. And I used to have another one too, but the kids weren't gentle, and you have to be really gentle because it will break. So they kind of, yeah, broke the tail off years ago. But this one is still here and looks pretty good, but you can kind of see the pouch right here too, right? That's our seahorse. All right, so in your packet, you're gonna look for the seahorse fact page so we can learn some information. And you have the seahorse coloring page with some shells too, but we don't really need the shells, that's up to you. But we do need both these pages and a highlighter. Sorry, checking my messages. People always message me all day, like I don't have anything to do. Okay, you ready? So let's start learning about the seahorse. And I'll hold them up so it's more interesting, okay? It says, seahorses are bony fish, so they're in the fish family, that swim upright. Swim up and down like this. They swim upright. They are mainly found in shallow water. What do you think shallow water means? Yeah, not very deep. That means you can go in it. It's not very deep. Okay, so they're not going to be in a deep down ocean. Let's see. They are actually very bad at swimming. They can't go very fast, can they, doing that? They don't move very fast. Going like this, right? So they have to have other skills because they're not very good at swimming. They have long noses that create a suction which brings their food to them. So this is kind of cool. They suck their food in. They suck it in, okay? So those little fish and plants and stuff, they'll suck it in with their snout, their face, their nose. Their eyes can move in different directions, kind of like a chameleon. So you know how a chameleon's eyes can go in different directions? We've talked about that before with the rainforest and stuff. They can move their eyes that way too. Male seahorses, that's the boy, take care of the babies. They're the ones that take care of the babies and have the babies, okay? In their little pouch. And I have a video of that I'll have to share with you because it's really kind of cool where you can see that, okay? So I hope you learned a few facts about our seahorses, and I hope you highlighted the facts that you want. Look for the main idea. It's usually at the top. The main idea is, what's this passage mostly about? Give me 3 facts. And then at the bottom is my favorite. What's your opinion? Do you like seahorses or not? And tell me why. And then of course, any color you want. Yellow, purple, tan, pink. I've seen seahorses in many different colors. And if you want and had time, you can do the seashells too, but that's totally up to you. If you're looking for some ideas for those seashells, I'm going to show you a few because we haven't really talked about those. They can be brown and white, different shapes like this one. They could be the scalloped kind like this. This is another brown and white. They could be pointy. This one always reminds me of Little Mermaid, doesn't it? Be a nice necklace, some nice earrings. Huh. Yeah, must be the girl in me. This one is actually a conch shell that Mr. Zerbal brought home accidentally. He went scuba diving and brought back this shell, which you're not allowed to do. You're not supposed to take it out of the ocean, Mr. Zerbal. But anyway, he took it out of the ocean. He really examined it, looked in it, and there was nothing in it. Then after a couple of days, it was really smelly in his suitcase. And I said, what is that smell, Mr. Zerbal? He had the animal, the little conch shell animal was inside the shell. Yeah, so you gotta be careful. This one was a home to a conch, an actual animal, so you gotta be careful. Here's another scallop kind. Yeah, he's just the white one. Then you have like the twisty tube-like ones that look like coral, right? And actually I have a piece of coral. Coral is actually an animal, so this is a dead animal. But they look like little plants, don't they? Yeah, that's a piece of coral. Some of them are shiny, like this one. It's kind of like pearly. I don't know if you can see it catch the light, but they're super like pearly. What's that? It's like a jet going by my house. That was scary. I thought it was like thunder and lightning, but all right. So lots of different kinds of shells in here. Here's one with kind of like a purple to it, right? Purplish gray. So you can color those shells any color you want, okay? And keep learning. Bye, guys.